Hello everyone. Today the topic I've chosen is technology, a boon to education system during COVID-19 lockdown. As we all know, as soon as the lockdown started, the major concern for the student was their board exams were going on, university exams were going on, and so on. And regular school exams even were going on. So there was a halt in all the examination and education system of the society. And this was the major concern for the students as well as for the teachers. Now, what will happen? So we thought everything will come to a halt, a standstill. And now, till the lockdown doesn't end, we won't be able to learn anything. We won't be able to teach anything. But this was not the case. So I have chosen a topic ki how technology enhanced our learning during our COVID-19 lockdown. So let me start with my presentation. Technology boon to education system during COVID-19 lockdown by Vidhu Grace Noel, Department of Business Administration, Faculty of Commerce, St. John's College, Agra. In the view of COVID-19 outbreak all across the world, everyone is talking all the precautionary and preventive measures to combat this pandemic. We are following the norms of social distancing and keeping ourselves in the confines of our homes and offices. All schools, universities, workplaces have been shut down to contain the spread of this novel virus. It was expected that the shutdown would impact the learning process to a great extent, but it is not actually the case, all thanks to technology. Someone has rightly stated that learning should never stop, even at the time of crisis. ICT, which a great enabler and facilitator on learning, has kept the learning process intact even at this time. Various digital platforms and ICT initiatives are accessed by teachers, students, researchers, and corporate officials round the clock. These tools enable constant learning and offer several benefits such as flexibility, comfort, and interactive user interface. Now, in India, we have different level of education system, so I have categorized them. Instead, that this has been categorized by the education system of our country, that is pre-primary education, primary education, secondary education, and higher education. Now, what is pre-primary education? Pre-primary education starts from the playgroup, that is from 2 to 3 years, and goes up to UKG, or we can say senior kindergarten. As per school they name it, means the age limit is up to 6 years. Now, what is primary education? Primary education is from, we have two primary education, that is lower primary and upper primary. So lower primary is from class 1 to 4, whereas upper primary from class 5 to 8. So we can say primary education is from 1 to class 8, that is 6 to 14 years of age. And then comes secondary education. Secondary education is higher education, higher secondary education, and senior secondary education, that is 10th and 12th. And these are actually affiliated by Central Board of Education under HRD Ministry. And then after this, one can pursue higher education, including college or professional courses. Then comes higher education. This is after completion of secondary one and It can be in various fields. We have universities, central universities, state universities, deemed universities, private universities, and institutions, and which are functioning under State Act, and some national importance institutes like IIMS, then AIMS, then IITs, NITs, and all. We have several government degree colleges and private degree colleges, and some exclusively women's colleges also. Now, for all the education system, we should have a different learning platform for each of the category. So for the pre-primary education, because they are very small and learning can be very difficult, so it should be very attractive and which they can repeat again and again, repeat it. So students are more driven towards mobile for every purpose. Thus, apps is the perfect way to attract them and learn and enhance their skills. So you just have to engage the child's brain. For that, the education industry has undergone a huge transformation. With the arrival of the apps, learning has become more easily accessible, which makes it more interesting for the student of all age. Educational apps now bridge communication gap between not only parents and teachers, but also between kids and teachers. And childhood is the most important age of learning. And children become smarter and smarter day by day. And there's a great need to introduce different advanced learning means and methods. Some of the top educational apps for kids are Class Dojo, Duolingo, Dragon Box, Quick Maths, YouTube Kids, Science 360, Crossword Puzzles, Flow Free, and Spelling Stage. Then comes the primary education. Primary education for the platform for them can be Coda Kid, ABC Mouse, PBS Kids Phonics, Read Write Think, Med Kids, National Geographic Kids, Little Pimp, Some Dog, Splash Learn, Khan Academy, Cool Math, Scratch, Adventure Academy. Now, government is also facilitating e-learning platform for the students of from class 1 to 12 during this COVID-19 outbreak. So the e-learning platforms have emerged as one of the best measures to help students continue their studies during COVID-19 outbreak. Now we have found out some e-learning platform that government has launched for the students till all the time all schools are closed. During COVID-19 breakdown, in the entire nation, the country is facing major crises in every sector. At this time, one of the worst hit sector is education sector, as most of the exams have been cancelled during final assessment, as we all know that. To ensure there is no hiatus in the education and students get full access to classes like before, HRD Minister Mr. Ramesh Pokhriyal advises students to carry on with their studies using the digital learning platform. The digital learning portals help the students not only to get full access to the study material, but also engage them in online classes and interact with teachers. Now, some of the digital initiatives launched by Ministry of HRD for school students. One of them is Shagun. Now, Shagun is online junction which is divided into 3 e-learning platform, that is NREOE, that is National Repository of Open Educational Resources. These have e-library, e-books and e-courses. Then second is Diksha. Diksha is again from classes 1 to 12 and they have teachers which give e-learning classes to the students, as well as material is also given. Then there's e-Pathshala from classes for the classes of from 1 to 12, and there are more than 1800 audios, 2000 videos and 696 e-books, as well as flip books. Now comes the higher education. The higher education is learning management system and virtual learning environment. We have two cases, separate cases. Now, while there's time, and place for face-to-face learning, increasing learning and courses are being conducted through digital channels. Not only can this be cheaper and easier to manage for business, but educators is also means being able to reach people from a distance. This is where online platforms really come to fore as reading made platforms education that make most of modern technology. We all have smartphones and in other internet connected devices, and there are already a whole host of apps that aim to make learning easier and quicker. If you're revising for an exam, you can access material wherever you happen to be. Some of the online higher education platforms are Google Classroom, Docebo, VizIQ, Adobe Captivate, Elucidate, Articulate 360, Shift, Lectora Inspire, Blackboard Learn, and Moodle. Then we have online courses for higher education, e-learning platforms, Udemy, Teachable, VizIQ, Ruzuku, then LearnWorlds, Academy of Mind, Coursecraft, Skillshare, and so on. Now our government again has launched some of the UG and PG level education, some digital initiatives. One is SWAYAM. SWAYAM is an initiative for the students pursuing education from 9th to 12th, as well as for the higher education. There are material in the form of video lectures, reading materials, self-assessment tests, online discussions, and doubt sessions. Even online refreshers, AICT, NCRT, IGNOU, they are also delivering updated and excellent quality content to the aspirants through SWAYAM. This does not require any fees, and however you get the certificate, and if it is required also, fees is required also, it is minimal fees which can be paid, and this can be done. Then second is Swayam Prabha. Swayam Prabha is a collection of 32 DTH channels which run 24/7 for the students. Every day, new content of at least 4 hours duration is floated on the website, which runs 5 times a day. Top education bodies of the nations are NPTEL, IITs, UGC, CEC, IGNOU, NCRT, and NIOS provide connect to Inflibet. Center which run these channels, students from class 1 to 12 and UG PG level aspirants can get access the interactive learning through this medium. The program schedule and other details are available at the portal. You can go to the portal and check it out. Other platforms are National Academic Depository, National Digital Library of India, and virtual labs. Now, in the end, we can say students can also be in touch with their faculty members through Skype, through Zoom, Google Hangouts, Google Classroom, etc. It is a wonderful opportunity for every academician and researcher to create their own open educational resources, which not only serves the purpose of student for education, but also serves as catalyst in enhancing professional self-image. Digital initiative help every academician to see themselves not only as teachers but creators of knowledge. This is the time of learning and educating others, and at the same time combating COVID-19. As well said by Michael Allen, there are no refunds. Learners cannot get their time back if we waste it. So keep learning and let's beat COVID-19 and not learning. Thank you.